Okay, it's recording now. Yeah. Yeah.
Barber, when did you start this shop?
5 years ago.
It's already 5 years?
Yep.
I remember when you had the article in the Recorder and that you were coming back to Amsterdam, because I knew that you had gone down to New York City to become a barber and you were working successfully down there. And when you came back, I was excited, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks. I think that's a compliment. I'm glad to be here too. This storefront, you can't find this storefront anywhere in New York.
Yeah. Well, I'm also glad to be here. I'm here with Pedro, Emma's boyfriend, and we've been stuck without anybody to cut our hair for the last 3 months. And you make it look easy.
Yes. Well, usually with haircuts like this one, I start with the top. I'll use the scissors on the top, and then I'll kind of work in reverse and taper it down towards the nape area. But that's just a technique that I...
Like, what constitutes the top? I mean, is it just kind of like the forehead around, like this all the way around like that?
I think so, yeah. Right from where the crown of your head up here, and the crown up, is considered the top of your hair.
Did this barbershop come the way it is now, or did you put it together?
I put it together. Yep.
What was it before barbershop?
There was a few things. I think it was a convenience store or a small grocery store, and what else was there? I think there was a small clothing store, but to be honest, I don't really remember what it was in the old days.
I see to my left here, it looks like the back to a bar. It looks pretty convenient. Well, where'd you get that?
I bought that from a gentleman who bought an old bar in a city auction. Excuse me. And he was renovating it, the storefront into apartments. So I bought it from him. He actually had it on Craigslist.
And it was right here in Amsterdam?
Yeah. It's right around the corner. It's probably within 3 or 4 blocks away. Excuse me, too, my voice is...
How old are you now?
26.
Old man.
Getting there, but...
You had your brother cutting here with you.
Yeah, he still cuts once in a while, but he's been practicing his music.
You moved back to New York City?
He moved back to New York City, yeah. He's been working on his piano and the guitar. He's been working on it all week, actually.
Pedro, his younger brother, Harrison, sang the national anthem at the Thanksgiving race last year.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh yeah, that was nice. That was a nice time. And Father Jeffrey joined in.
Yes.
Father Jeffrey, he's a good guy.
And how long have you been doing this for?
How long have I been cutting hair?
Yeah.
Since I was about 12.
Really?
I started just on my brothers and my father and my uncles and cousins.
Everybody did it?
Yeah, I always have been doing it since all the family birthday parties.
Mm-hmm.
I would always bring my tools and I would set up the station and work.
Really?
Yeah, because I was always it was always interesting because I was practicing. I was getting better as I was cutting all the cousins and but.
Did you make all the mistakes on your brothers?
No, not really. I remember a couple of my uncles would not make fun of me, but they would throw in a couple shots here and there. But
That's your dad's brothers?
in a way, yeah, I do remember that a little bit. But it was all good love. It was all good love. But now that I think about it, though, even most recently, I was thinking about it. Like I never spent much time with my family during those parties, or
You're too busy cutting hair?
or ever got to eat a lot of the food and stuff. I mean, at the end there, it said, "Here, we saved this plate for you."
Oh, that's great.
And now what made you get into it? What got you get so interested in it?
Well, thanks for asking. I'll tell you. Ellis actually was the first one that I cut because my father would cut our hair, and in the summertime he would just buzz it. It would be just a buzz cut, and then in the winter he would leave the top a little longer and just buzz the sides. But it was always the same thing. So I think I was about 6th grade. My brother Ellis was just getting into high school. He was in 9th grade. So he wanted to do a new style where he would spike it up and leave it long.
Very 90s.
Yeah, and he wouldn't. My dad didn't want him to do that style because he wanted to just do the same haircut where it was longer on the top, combed over, and shorter on the sides. So one day when my dad was at work, I think it was in the summertime. Ellis got the clippers out, and he said, "Ever, do you want to just cut my hair and just do it this way while Daddy's at work?" And I knew I was going to get in trouble for doing it. So I did it, and then when my dad came home, he was upset. I remember he was upset. It was only one time. Ellis. So he was upset when he came home. He said, "You cut his hair?" I said, "Yeah." He says, he wasn't happy with it. But that was the only time that he was upset about that, because about the next time I was cutting his hair, and then he didn't have to even do all the haircuts. Then I would just do it. So he just didn't want us to do like a fancy style or something ridiculous.
He wanted it to look good, yeah.
But Ellis, if you want to move this camera around something where you think would be best angle, you kind of set it up that way where it looks pretty good right there.
Yeah, I think whatever you like.
Yeah, that's nice. You have like a wide angle.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll ever move back to Boston, Pedro?
You know, we don't know. I guess that's part of what we're trying to figure out now is where to next. One thing, like, we enjoyed Boston, but we also found it very expensive for a very small amount of space.
Yeah.
So we would like to have a place that has like that community vibe, like we had in Boston with all our friends.
Right.
We also do like, you know, the place where we were living at was close to like a lot of bars and restaurants, and we enjoyed that. So we would like to see if we can recreate that same environment, but maybe somewhere more affordable.
Alright.
We're not necessarily tied to any place now.
Okay. So you don't necessarily love being right near the ocean.
Oh yeah. Oh, we were like a 5-minute walk from the ocean, which was nice.
Yeah.
You guys are related, right?
Yeah, rough ones, yeah.
Okay, nice.
So he was the one I was telling about in the story, the first haircut.
Oh, okay, you were the first haircut. Oh, okay, nice. And you guys are 9? 9 brothers?
We have 10, but well, now together we have
Oh, okay.
family. But what was the story?
Oh, you got into cutting hair. So you had asked them to cut your hair.
Oh yeah, something
You
like
wanted
that.
to spike you up or something.
Maybe that's what it was, yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
It's right, you want something downstairs, right, Evan?
What?
Downstairs in like Britt's old room or something?
I think that was the first barbershop, yeah.
Just downstairs somewhere, I think, where our parents went there just so you could cut it.
Yeah. That was the first one.
Wow.
But then I set up a barbershop in another area of the house.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
When did you start charging for a haircut? How many
Oh.
did you have to give before you started charging?
once
That
I,
was me, and then
You charged you the first one?
no, once I got into high school, I charged $5.
Okay.
All throughout high school. My mom remembers. She says that there was kids that would always come on lined up on the porch after school,
Just to get a haircut.
and she would say, "Everett's not here right now." She would say, "Everett's not here right now." I'm like, oh, he said he was gonna meet me here after school. But no, it helped me out a lot, though. It really did.
You probably got a lot of money out of it.
Yeah, no, and then it keeps you out of trouble too when you're working. You have something
Right?
to keep you busy. You can talk to people. Yeah, it helped you make money too.
Exactly.
This haircut is kind of called a Princeton. Maybe.
What makes it a Princeton?
I think it's just like a style of men's haircut where it's
Short on the side?
yeah, it's tapered, shorter. It's not too long.
Made famous by the men of Princeton. That was the way they kept it short like that, and it got kind of known throughout the country. If you wanted to look sharp like that, it was called a Princeton.
Hmm.
Wow.
From like the 1920s, I think.
Wow.
Never heard of it before.
Yeah.
Maybe Mr. Riley. We had some hot weather. It was yesterday, right?
Yeah. 94 degrees.
That was something.
No escaping it.
So we're supposed to get some heavy rains shortly.
Tonight?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be already, like right now.
Let me ask you something about the shop again. You've got three, they look like antique barber chairs. They don't look new. Are they classics?
But yeah, no, these are classic. These chairs are from the. These ones you're sitting in are from right around 1930s, and then that other chair over there, which is the same company, but it's from the 20s.
Chicago, right?
Yeah, they're made in Chicago. Made in Chicago, and I bought them in Maryland. But they didn't look like this though. I had them redone. I had them refinished.
Well, they look like new.
Thanks. Had a couple pieces of them re-chromed.
But you can tell they're the quality, so that's why I thought they were antiques.
Oh yeah, no, the quality's there. Yeah, these are when they used to make stuff in America that would last 100 years.
Hmm.
They still probably do in some stuff. Yeah, I don't know the history of these exact chairs though. I don't know where they were or what barbershop they were in or where they came from. I just met somebody online and I went down there and I bought them. He said that he bought a house and they were left in the garage. He just wanted to get rid of them.
Probably an old barber, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But my brother Harrison went down with me to pick them up. And it was a hot day too when we went and picked them up down there in Baltimore. It was hot. It was 95. Humid. So we're already almost at the end of July.
Yeah. This is an odd year, as everyone knows.
Yeah, it is odd. I mean, we're all wearing these medical masks.
Pedro, you know you're getting old when the barber doesn't just cut your head, he also cuts the hair that's growing out of your ears.
You know, I'm not too far away from that either. It's like you're changing your hair. You're treating it off and growing it in your ears, but who knows where you're getting it from.
It's true. There's gotta be a reason for it now.
It's got to be somewhere.
I never knew the story of you cutting the hair as a young boy of your brothers and uncles. That's a great story.
Yeah. Yep. Goes by quick though, time.
Yeah, I remember you were heading off to New York City to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm still learning techniques.
Yeah.
Like I just watched this woman this morning on YouTube. She cut a short style woman's hair, like a pixie kind of style. She used a razor on the top. So I was just trying that on a woman this morning on how to use the razor on the top, and that's difficult. To do that. Have you guys been going out to eat at all? Or?
No, we've been staying close to home. It's nice to see the restaurants open back up. We got the great restaurants in Amsterdam, and now the Lorenzo's is back open across the river. Heard great things about that.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is the track supposed to open this year, or what's the?
Yeah, and they're going to let people in, but there's going to be a limited crowd, so I think they're going to go maybe by lottery,
I see. Wow.
and then the rest will be maybe watching on TV and using accounts to place your bets through off-track betting.
Oh, wow. So they start using Bitcoin for currency now, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta watch it with that razor. You'll cut my mask free. Like Zorro.
My brother was just showing me I think he said in Japan, they have masks where you come in and they just stick them on and they're just temporary. They stick right on your face. They have like a
Adhesive, yeah.
little sticker right around the edges so you don't have to have these straps on.
Mm-hmm. You ever think you were going to be cutting hair around surgical masks?
No,
Scrapers, scrapers.
I never thought I'd be doing that.
You know, you get used to it though. I was in the Stewart's and everyone had masks on and I didn't even notice, you know? It's funny how you get used to it. You can pretty much get used to anything, can't you?
Yeah, it's only temporary.
Yeah. What's interesting to me is all my life I've gone to barbers, you know, not the beauty salons, and I've always had older men, you know, old guys who are at least my father's age. In fact, I used to go to Dan Perfo, and Dan Perfo who was born in the 1920s, cut my father's hair and cut my grandfather's hair. Great,
Unique story.
great.
I heard of him, yeah.
Yeah,
Mark.
so now I'm going to a young man. I guess I'm getting old.
I used to. Isn't that hard?
It happens. It beats the alternative. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Sise. Appreciate it.
All right.